Y'all, Cardi B just lit up the internet again, and things are spiraling out of control faster than anyone expected. What started as a small argument over music sales has turned into one of the biggest celebrity feuds we've seen in a long time. At first, it seemed harmless, just another round of playful shade between artists. But the situation exploded into something much bigger, dragging in Offset, Saweetie, Quavo, Nicki Minaj, and even the Migos' legacy itself. It all began when Saweetie threw what looked like a simple jab about album numbers. She compared Cardi's new project to Nicki Minaj's latest release, pointing out that Nicki still outsold her despite all the hype. That small comment was enough to light a fire. Saweetie made it clear she was standing with Nicki in their long-running rivalry, and that one move changed everything. Cardi didn't take it lightly. Instead of ignoring it or replying with a simple tweet, she went straight for the throat. She claimed she had proof, a private video that could end careers and destroy relationships. According to Cardi, Saweetie had been involved with Offset while he was still married to her, and there was footage to prove it. Now, this wasn't just about rap or competition. It turned into a deeply personal war that spilled far beyond music. The internet went wild. People picked sides, hashtags started trending, and every fan wanted to know if Cardi really had the receipts she claimed. Then, to make things even messier, Nicki Minaj decided to jump into the chaos. She publicly supported Saweetie, backing her up and throwing her own shade at Cardi. Suddenly, what had started as a quiet online argument turned into a three-way battle with years of tension behind it. Saweetie, who usually keeps her distance from drama, found herself right in the middle. She's known for staying low-key and focusing on her work, but this time she added fuel to the fire. Out of nowhere, she posted a picture on Instagram that showed a man who looked suspiciously like Offset. Fans immediately noticed. The caption read "Post-fight night," which only made it worse. People started asking questions. Was she trying to hint at something? Was it shade at Cardi? She deleted the post shortly after, but by then, it was too late. The internet never forgets. Cardi saw it, and it set her off. She fired back online, tweeting, "You must have missed me, huh? Crazy, now kiss my feet." She also retweeted a fan post mocking Saweetie's music, saying, "Tell her make a hit. She's in the studio just wasting time." It was a direct hit at Saweetie's recent struggles with music sales and relevance. Behind the scenes, rumors started spreading that Cardi was no longer willing to stay quiet. She was allegedly ready to expose Saweetie for being the reason behind the Migos breakup, something fans had speculated about for years. Back when the Migos split, fans tried to figure out what went wrong. Offset, Quavo, and Takeoff were family, so a breakup seemed unthinkable. But Quavo hinted in interviews that loyalty was the issue. He said it wasn't about money, contracts, or labels, it was about trust. Takeoff, always calm and private, stayed respectful, but didn't deny it. Then Quavo dropped the song Messy with Takeoff. In the lyrics, he said, "BF fed my dog behind my back, but I ain't stressing." That line made everyone pause. Who was he talking about? Soon after, people connected the dots: Saweetie and Offset in the Messy music video. Quavo even reenacted the elevator argument he'd had with Saweetie months earlier, making the reference crystal clear. Fans were convinced Saweetie and Offset had crossed a line, and that betrayal had broken the Migos apart. Cardi had always denied those rumors at first. She called them lies started by bloggers trying to stir up trouble. But after Saweetie's latest shade and Nicki's public support, Cardi's patience finally ran out. This time, she didn't deny anything. She hinted that Saweetie had, in fact, been part of the reason for her marriage's breakdown. Now, let's be real, Cardi has a history of defending her marriage, sometimes too fiercely. She's gone after women linked to Offset before. You might remember when she was accused of sending people to confront two sisters who allegedly had ties to Offset. That situation nearly cost her her freedom. So when she said she had proof of Saweetie and Offset being together, people knew she wasn't bluffing. Reports claim that Cardi was considering releasing those alleged tapes if either Saweetie or Offset tried to embarrass her again, but the drama didn't stop there. Remember that time when Saweetie was supposed to be on the remix of Fenf with Glorilla, Lotto, and JD? Fans were hyped for that track, calling it the next big anthem. Saweetie had already recorded her verse, and everything seemed ready until suddenly, she was dropped from the project without explanation. Not long after that, Cardi B was announced as the feature on Glorilla's Tomorrow 2. Fans immediately started connecting the dots. Some believed Cardi used her influence to push Saweetie out of the Fenfer mix, possibly as payback for the Offset rumors. It looks suspicious. Cardi and Glorilla's collab came out right after Saweetie's removal, and people online were convinced it wasn't a coincidence. They claimed Cardi used her industry power to blacklist Saweetie quietly. Fans flooded social media with comments like, "So that's why Saweetie got cut from Fenf. Cardi didn't want her on it because of Offset," another said. "Who's really stopping bags now?" A direct reference to Nicki's old accusation that Cardi was blocking other women's opportunities. The tension didn't end there. When Cardi threw shade online, saying, "They go for anything, but I can't go for none of that," fans noticed that Quavo caught the sub instantly. During a Drink Champs interview with Takeoff, Quavo made it worse by choosing Nicki Minaj over Cardi when asked who he preferred. That was another deliberate dig, not pare. The host clearly knew what he was doing. Bringing up Nicki versus Cardi was bound to stir trouble, and Quavo took the bait. Takeoff stayed quiet as usual, trying not to pick sides. But Quavo's answer confirmed what fans already suspected: the beef was personal. Nicki Minaj wasn't going to let the moment pass either. She jumped on social media and mocked Quavo for acting loyal, calling him out for playing both sides. Then she took a swipe at Cardi, mentioning Offset and even referencing alimony in a tweet that made headlines overnight. Now, Saweetie may not be loud about her feuds, but her timing is always sharp. When Cardi got dragged online for her unedited photos from the Vanity Fair after party, Nicki and her fans had a field day. Nicki tweeted, "Clock that tea," and followed it with "Photoshop them bars," which fans read as a jab at Cardi's looks and skills. And guess who joined in soon after? Saweetie. She posted her own pictures from a photo shoot, captioned, "She don't need no edits." Everyone knew what that meant. The post went viral immediately. People commented things like, "She cleared Cardi with that one," and "This is next level shade." Cardi saw it, and she didn't let it slide. She posted a message saying, "I'm not as mean as I could be," and people should be grateful for that. It was subtle, but everyone knew who she was talking about. Now, with all that back and forth online, the tension between these women has become impossible to ignore. Cardi feels betrayed not only by Offset but also by Saweetie and Nicki joining forces against her. Meanwhile, Offset hasn't exactly been innocent in all this. His social media behavior has made everything worse. He's been posting cryptic messages, random emojis, and shady captions that fans think are aimed at Cardi. And with their divorce still not finalized, his actions keep adding fuel to the fire. Insiders claim Cardi is furious behind the scenes, not just about the rumors, but also about how deeply personal everything has become. She's reportedly been threatening to expose everyone who's tried to embarrass her. Whether that means actual video receipts or more inside information, no one knows for sure. At this point, the situation has turned into something much larger than a simple feud. It's a mix of old grudges, pride, jealousy, and revenge. Saweetie's decision to side with Nicki might have seemed like harmless support, but it reopened old wounds. Quavo's choice to back Nicki during interviews reminded everyone that the Migos breakup still hurts. And Cardi's decision to respond publicly, especially with claims of a private tape, pushed the drama to another level. What's wild is that every time it seems like the story's about to calm down, someone reignites it. A new tweet, a new post, a new interview, and the cycle begins again. The fans keep digging for proof, the blogs keep spinning theories, and the artists keep denying and shading each other in coded language. But one thing's certain, this feud has become one of the most tangled sagas in hip-hop. It's no longer just about music or numbers, it's about loyalty,